Walk with me, Lord, walk with me. Walk with me, Lord, walk with me.
All right.
Brother, I am feeling good today. And I hear we have a pretty good topic. So, looking forward to
Part two.
part two.
Part
From
two.
last week. I hope y'all tuned in to last week. We had a good one with the ladies.
We did. It was
Today,
actually pretty good.
what we doing?
Mid edition.
Men edition.
Men edition.
Dating in Atlanta, y'all.
Oh yeah. So we are at it again, y'all. Welcome to the MegaQuian show.
I'm Mega.
And I'm Quan. And
You are now listening to the MegaQuian podcast. We're on Facebook Live today.
hey Steve, you know what you didn't do?
What did I do?
Same thing you didn't do last week.
Please tell me.
You ain't share it.
I didn't share.
You ain't
Please.
share our live feed on your page.
Because you're right. Let me go ahead and share it live right now.
Oh, we're
for
gonna
all
have
my
this issue every show.
people. Might. I'm a little slow.
It's all good. It's all good. How's everyone doing? All right. See people tuned in. Right? Well, our studio producer stepped out for a second, so you have to bear with us.
Yep. It's gonna be okay though. We're gonna get it.
We're gonna be all right. It's gonna be all good. All right?
That's because how can I share it if I can't see it?
You gotta keep going down. No.
Oh, keep going down.
Keep going down. Keep going. One more time. Yours is bootleg.
Mine is bootleg.
Okay, so
I'll get it shared though.
Yeah.
My people gonna see it either way.
they're gonna see it every week. So listen, this week on the show we have Michael, James, Paul, Brian, and last week we had 4 young ladies and we talked about the exact same thing. We talked about dating in Atlanta, and it is basically just not necessarily a free for all, but we just want you to voice your opinion. It's a disclaimer: the viewpoint.
I knew he was gonna bring this up already.
The
views
views
on this show
are not of the MegaQuian show. Okay, just thought I'd put that out there so that everybody know.
That's right.
Before we get started, though, we want everybody to, if you would, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube.
And we just started YouTube, y'all. Check us out. You can check it out. The MegaQuian Show, Q-U-I-A-N.
Yes.
Make sure you spell it correctly.
Q-U-I-A-N. Yes. And it's the MegaQuian Show.
That's right.
You ready to get started?
Let's go, bro.
Gentlemen, are y'all ready? All right. Everybody got a drink and music's going. I'm gonna turn the music off in our ears so that we can hear the gentlemen better.
I would appreciate that.
I think everybody can hear the music still. I hope so. But we're gonna turn it off so that we can hear the gentlemen.
What's in your cup tonight?
Oh, well, you know, old fashioned. If y'all hey, listen, have y'all seen our new logo? What do y'all think? Put it in the comments over there.
Check us out.
You know, Steve doesn't think it looks like him. I think it looks like him. Y'all see that mustache?
The porn stash.
Oh boy, the good old porn stash. What are you drinking? No, you.
Me.
Not them. I'm talking to you.
I made us our drink. So if you're drinking old fashioned, guess what I'm drinking? The old fashioned.
All right.
And actually, just to be 100% transparent, we're using old granddad today in our old fashioned.
That's what's up.
It's not the bottle and bond tonight, but it's okay.
It's okay.
It's still pretty good. I like it.
They was out, weren't they?
They were. Sorry.
Okay. It's all good. It's all good. Gentlemen, so back to I said I was gonna turn it off so that we can hear, right?
Topic tonight. What is
dating in Atlanta?
So let me start this off because I want
This happens this happened last week too. We say that and everybody get hushed. It's like
That's okay though.
Crickets. I don't know. So good.
So we had the ladies on last week. Y'all probably heard it. If you didn't, it's okay because we're not talking about what they talked about.
Yes. So I know that you all probably listened, and I'm pretty sure that y'all had cliff notes and everything else. But nope. That's not what we're doing. We're not bashing the ladies or commenting on anything that the ladies said, because why? This is your experience, not the ladies' experience. This is your experience dating in Atlanta. That's why it's the men edition, and we would love to hear from you. Everybody don't speak at once.
We already know we're gonna start. The first person we're gonna start with is Michael tonight.
Michael, okay, cool.
By the way, we started. So we got us 4 single gentlemen who live in Atlanta.
So let me just define single real quick, and the
The
reason why
it's
we
really
picked
important.
people. It's important. I'm gonna tell you why. So what Steve and I decided what single meant in Atlanta was someone that's not living with someone, right?
Correct.
That was basically it. That was the only criteria.
We have a lot of people who are Atlanta single.
Because there's single, there's Atlanta single, and then there's Atlanta single. Because we know there's a whole lot of people that's Atlanta single but got somebody at home, and that's not the type of
Very true.
Dating in Atlanta that we're hosting today.
Not today, but maybe on another topic.
That's called entanglement.
Yeah.
We're not. Yeah, we're not talking about
the
that
MegaQuian
today.
Show After Dark.
That's
Check
right.
us out.
That will be on YouTube, just to let you know. All right. So, Michael, dating in Atlanta, your experience.
My experience has been kind of interesting, being that the older I get, the more fun I have with dating in Atlanta. I don't know how that relates to other people, but like I said, that's been my experience. And it's just fun. I like meeting people. Specifically, I like meeting women.
That's important.
You know what? We are in Atlanta. We are in Atlanta. That's a very good fact, my friend.
And as a single man in Atlanta who is doing fairly well for himself, like I said, dating has been fun. I've got the freedom to do more things, go more places, and be a bit more out of the box, if you want to say it, with planning for dates and not doing the typical, hey, let's go to dinner, we'll sit across the table and talk to each other, because for me that's a little boring. I like doing things where we can, get to know each other and just learn a bit about each other.
You said you were doing well for yourself. You have a job?
Yes, I do.
You have a car?
Yes, I do.
Do you live in a house?
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, I think we already scared one person off.
He said, I got to go. Sorry.
He has left the studio. That is funny though. He really left. Like
his entanglement may have called him. Sorry.
We won't say which person that is, but he hasn't even spoke yet. Nobody.
Not yet. Nope. That's cool.
Gotcha. No problem.
Ah.
So he went to
studio
help
food is here.
There you go. He went to help the producers of the. Okay,
right.
My bad.
Good.
I'm sorry. All right.
No entanglements.
Never mind. James, tell us a little bit about yourself. Or, sorry, not about yourself. Let me back that up. I retract that statement. Tell us about dating in Atlanta.
Well, there, MegaQuans. Dating for me in Atlanta is it's been interesting. Sort of like Michael, I like to get out and do active things, and the whole dinner and a movie thing is kind of old and played. But probably being the oldest in the bunch here, dating's not like it used to be, or like what I'm accustomed to growing up. So things have changed. So I've had to try to alter a little bit my perception. I'm probably a little antiquated as far as dating is concerned. So, but
tell me about those changes. What particular?
I got a question before that, because in order to understand the antiquated part and changes, he's probably the oldest one out the group. I don't know if you feel comfortable sharing your age, and I say that so that people understand that this is not a show full of 20-year-olds or 30-year-olds. These are grown men that. And the same thing for the ladies. Let me say that also. The ladies that were on the show were all grown women that are successful in things that they do. So I just want to put that out there that this show has grown adults that are here giving their voices on dating in Atlanta.
Please don't let your children watch this. It is not appropriate.
That's what you okay.
To make sure.
I don't know where that segue came from, but
To make it very clear.
Fine, that's fine. I understand.
We can't protect them. I'm letting you know that right now.
Well, I think to answer your question there, Biggs, I'm 50,
Okay.
so you know, I think dating nowadays for me anyway is people have what I call ADD. You know, with dating. It's you know, they are focused on you when they're focused on you, but if something what they think is better or looks prettier or, you know, more handsome or whatever the case comes along, then their attention kind of gets, you know, it can kind of get diverted. So, you know, dealing with the whole ADD, you know, attitude of dating has been a, you know, that's been a challenge for me.
Squirrel. ADD of dating. Gotcha. Hey, cool. All right, Paul. That's you. He's like, wait,
fellas?
What up, Paul?
How you doing, fellas? How you doing, fellas? Dating in Atlanta, especially at an advanced stage. I won't say old, but I will say advanced.
Mature age.
Mature.
accept it, my brother.
Let's go.
Accept it.
It's good because you have more freedom to do the things that you want to do. You can't, you know, you just can't pick up and go to Belize as a 20-year-old and say, hey, let's go and get your passport and let's go. You can't do that at 20, but you can certainly do that at our ages, at 50 and at 40 plus.
Hopefully you have your ish together.
If you got your ish together.
For sure.
But as you get older, you have to measure your how should I say? Measure your intention. Your intention dating as an older gentleman has to be more focused, because the women out here at 40 plus have certain goals they trying to reach. They ain't, a lot of them. Now I won't say it, because a lot of women are dating for fun too, but there's a lot of women out here that's dating for, where we going with this? Okay. So have your intention and make your intentions known. That's something that I've found is necessary. You know, don't come in waking up hearts that were happy sleeping. You know, and you know what I mean. So that's the thing with me. Notice, you know, make sure of your intention when you're coming with these women.
Are you writing notes?
Yeah, making notes.
I have to come back and ask questions later.
Like when you're sitting at the interview and the person that's interviewing you making notes on the thing.
Okay, all right, cool.
But yeah, that's it.
Gotcha. I was just asking Steve.
Yeah.
Was he taking notes? I was
I gotta
just
take
making
notes so I can come back and ask questions later.
Okay.
They can be very important. I
Okay.
promise you.
Brian, you got to spin the mic some more. There you go. All right.
Hello.
This is gonna be funny.
How
Okay.
y'all doing?
Hey, this is Brian, by the way.
What up?
Dating in Atlanta.
Dating in Atlanta has been interesting to say the least. I'm from Atlanta. One of my cohorts, I believe, is as well. I think maybe South Georgia. We won't get on that. But for me, it's been interesting because I've been faced with the demographic that I date. By saying that, simply meaning that some people date right at their age, some people date younger, some people date older. I'm all bets off, right? If the feeling is right, the intentions are good, I'm open to it. But I think that's with all the men sitting here. I think that men, when in search for a woman, use a broad brush, right? Use a wide brush. Versus, I think women are very specific about what they want. Okay. So if you ask a man, hey, what's your type? Right? He can tell you what he don't want more so than he can tell you what he wants, because he doesn't want to disqualify you. And that's generally how I am. I am not in the mood of telling you exactly what I don't want when we meet. I've yet to give you the potential, right, to acknowledge your potential for what you could be by putting parameters on your feelings, on your history, on your experiences. So what I find is that a lot of people, right, men and women, simply don't come to the door with their best intentions. It's either let me fill out and see if this is what I want versus let me see if I like this person. Let me see if I have anything in common with this person. Versus also people want to build whatever they want, right? Or they want it already made, like you were saying earlier with the ADD. Absolutely. So it's you can have everything they want today, but it's steak. Tomorrow we're in the mood for chicken parm. So chicken parm, right? And of course it's two totally different things.
You
but
old.
people do that.
Chicken parm. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I actually like chicken parm. Thank you.
You're old.
But that's what I've been finding, right? While there's been plenty of good times, right? Of course, not enough, which is the reason why I'm single and you the grace, the presence of you guys.
Appreciate you being here too, brother. Thank you.
Okay. So wow. So
I have a quick question on his point since we just finished with Brian.
sure.
He said, he didn't want to come with a bunch of disqualifications, but we all got some disqualifications, right? I mean, there's some things that we just not going to tolerate, doesn't attract us, doesn't move us. What might be some of your disqualifications?
Well, I mean, of course, you've got to be pleasing to the eye. Everybody's got a type. I won't go into mine because everybody here is has their type, know exactly what they want, right? Okay. So the first thing is visual. Men are visual creatures. When I look at you, either you're someone I desire or you're someone I do not, right? Everything else, we could work with it. Anything else, we could work with it. And it's up to us as men, being a leader, right, to assess this talent and decide what we can do with it.
Assess the talent. I love that.
Are we going to the strip club or are we talking about dating? I'm
All of the above.
Okay. I'm just asking. I'm the youngest guy in the room, so that's the reason I'm asking.
Whoa, I see somebody asking a question. And
There's numerous questions.
let's go from the bottom there. What's that say?
No, that's not the bottom.
Oh, okay. Well, someone said, so no one on the panel trying to smash. Let's be honest, fellas.
Where'd you see that at?
Brian would like to smash.
Brian says he would like to smash. That point.
Hey, honestly,
Michael would as well.
Michael says he's trying to smash.
You know what?
Well, let's keep it 100. Every man wants to smash at some point.
Okay,
It's just a matter of is that's all they want from you.
Aha!
It's smashing only thing they want.
So hey, ho! I got a question before you say something, Paul. With you all dating right now, right? You're dating in Atlanta. Scale to 1 to 5. What's more important, dating, smashing, or settling down?
What day of the week is it?
It's Sunday, sir.
Once again, the views on this show are not those of the MegaQuian show. Just
That part.
Look,
I mean, y'all can answer that. I mean,
Please.
That's a very valid question, and that's basically what someone just asked. I mean, what about smashing? I mean, are you a habitual dater? Are you dating with a purpose at your age to actually settle down and be like, you know what? I'm dating to find the one or two to pick between to be the one. Or am I just, you free balling and whatever you fall in by accident happens? Okay, Brian, you
Companionship.
You're looking for companionship.
What,
Brian.
hold on. But what does companionship mean to you? Because it's different for everybody.
Absolutely. So dating is exactly what it is. To me, it's the beginning phases, right? A lot of times we fall in love with the spark instead of the flame, right? And
New relationship energy.
Exactly. Okay. And for me, that part's boring, right? You get tired of doing the same things with the different people over and over.
I see what you're saying. Yes.
Right?
Sure.
Like, smash is to smash. Yeah. Right?
It's fun for a moment.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
That's all it is. But what about ongoing, right? I'm not here for tonight. I'm here for the rest of the nights.
Hey.
Right? And you find that our attention span is longer than a lot of people give us credit for.
Hold on. I have to interject.
Uh-oh.
Because when I asked the question, You said Brian was here to smash. So now you
He
contradicting
is here to
yourself.
smash.
Are you here to smash? Or are you here for companionship to find the one to smash?
No.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
No problem.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
All right.
Devil's advocate here. That's
During
all.
the dating, I expect to smash. Right? We got to know what we're working with. We got to know if we are intimately compatible.
Yes.
No, I don't have corona.
Are you okay?
Neither do I.
Are you a smasher on the first date, Brian? That's actually for my whole panel.
Yes, that just let me know that she know what she like.
That's right. Absolutely. Okay.
Hold on.
Andre said it
Hold
best.
on 1 second. We're gonna hear Paul for a second.
First of all, let me just say on behalf of the panel,
The panel does not include the MegaQuan host.
on behalf of the panel,
Continue.
you know,
We just got to keep putting this out there. This does not
he
include.
asked the first question.
Okay.
And you know we got to answer that question.
Okay.
You meeting the representative right now. We just can't come out and say, "Hey,
Aha.
my name is Paul," and what that mouth do. You can't come out and just right out the bat.
Hold on.
You
So-
can.
But that. So
I mean,
why
you
can't
absolutely
you?
can. But for the sake of coming across as well-raised gentlemen as we all are,
Gotta play the game, right?
You're meeting the representative right now. Now we can talk about that stuff. We can talk about that because you've met us now.
So hold on. So
right,
y'all all agree there is a end goal of smashing at some point, right? Not an end goal. Ha! You know what? That was a trick question. So I want to see if anybody caught that. Everybody else said yes, and you caught it. And you said no.
Not an end goal.
Okay, cool.
This is
so
going,
that's
ongoing.
Gotcha.
Ongoing. It's
You want the
it's
long
part of
term.
It's part of the package, right?
Okay.
If you're not prepared to give me from the beginning what you expected to give me throughout the end, I don't want it.
Like that, actually.
Did he just pass the mic?
Please. Go ahead, James.
So let's keep it 100 here. 100. Most women know within the first 5 minutes of meeting you whether or not they want to give you something.
Okay.
Now, whether you get it that night, whether it's 6 months later, whether it's 90 days later, whatever and stuff, that's the determining factor. But they've pretty much summed that up when they meet you, and they know that. So,
But yes and no. I have to interject. I'm gonna tell you why. Because y'all all said the same thing. Y'all are showing your representative, so they're not really.
no
See-
correction. We didn't all say we were showing our representative. Paul said he
Okay.
was showing his representative.
Okay, all right, cool.
On the first question, you just can't say. You just can't come. Okay, here's
No.
the first.
So I guess let me
Speak to the mic when you to speak.
let me rephrase that.
Okay, fine.
Do you gentlemen give your representative when you first meet someone, or are you true to who you are?
I'm me from the beginning because I don't want you 6 months down the line, a year down the line to sit
we-
there
6
and
months.
say
Let's say
you
30
aren't
days.
who you were when I first met you. So
Okay.
when you first meet me, you meet me so that there's no pretense, there's no show. I am who I am. There is no representative.
Okay. So you dress the same way. You go to the same places today that you would in 72 days later.
More or less. More or less.
That's the thing I want to understand
Yeah,
because
more or less.
we be like, I want to impress this girl today.
See, I don't do that. I don't.
Okay.
I really don't. It's like if I meet a young lady today or tomorrow, and we want to go out, I'm going to figure out what it is I want to do with this young lady on our first date based on the conversation that we have. Because I don't want to just say for every first date I have, we're always going to go to the botanical gardens because she may have allergies or she may have some other issue that going to the botanical garden isn't the best idea. So based on our interaction and conversations, I determine, all right, here's what we're going to do for our first date. And then from there, second, third, so on and so forth.
Okay.
Oh, you a Renaissance data. Gotcha.
Getting back to the
He real special.
I just can't come out my face on the first time meeting somebody. I just
Go ahead,
can't come
please
out my
speak
face.
on it.
I can't come out my face
You might.
with future lyrics. I just can't. The first,
But
you-
if that's what you're thinking,
that's not even a representative thing. That is being the person that my that my mother and father raised.
Right.
And then later on down the road, maybe tomorrow, I can come out my face with the Future lyrics and be like, hey, you know what that amount to. But I can't do that off the rip. I can't do that. I won't speak for the panel this time. Paul can't do it. You good with that, fella?
Yeah, that
Paul
works.
can't walk up and say what that mouth is, y'all. Sorry.
Right. And I think,
But he's
that's the
thinking
thing.
it.
His mama, his parents raised him better.
But that's my point. Every man is thinking that, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're not saying it. But every man is thinking that. And again, like I said, the thing is the ultimate goal to smash and that's it, or is it you want to smash, but I'm looking to smash for a lifetime? Now,
But you don't know that up front, though, right?
I mean, I think I'm gonna say this again. I can only speak for me. I think at my age, there's a certain level of when you meet somebody, knowing, what your intentions are with that person. I think somebody mentioned earlier about having your intentions set, and I think there's a thing about knowing what your intentions are going into it. And sometimes through conversation or what have you, you know when you can ascertain whether or not this is a is this just going to be a jump off for you, or is this something you're looking for? This young lady somebody you're looking to try to establish something long term.
Now, how long does it take you to decide whether or not this person is this or that?
It varies by the person, because a lot of it could depend on, one, how open she is with her communication.
Very true.
How transparent she is, because just like we were trying to say, we got a representative. Ladies come with a representative.
Everyone
most
has
have
a
a representative as well.
representative.
Everybody's trying to put on that best face,
Exactly.
at least initially.
And at some point, the wall comes down.
Then when that wall comes down, you can determine that. For some people, the wall comes down a lot sooner.
Exactly.
Than for others.
Exactly.
So
to your point, and I can only speak for myself. My representative is always here.
That's Brian talking.
My representative is always here. Right.
2 years in, is your representative there? 2 years in?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right. The reason being is because the representative, a lot of people take that as the wrong thing, man. It's being a representative or having a representative is simply putting your best foot forward. Right. As you would show up for work, your representative is at work. Right. I think it was James Baldwin. There was a clip of James Baldwin that I saw where he was saying that he would go to work and he would give the white man X amount of energy or X amount of character, right? Sure. And then I forget the woman who was on the other side. Apologies on that. But she said that you need to bring that same energy home with me. Why does he get the best of you and I get the worst? So, yeah, my representative is always here. Why? Because I'm going to always be trying to put my best foot forward. I'm going to always try to make you happy, as you should always be trying to make me happy, because that's how a team works.
That is.
I think it was Nikki Giovanni, though, but it's all good. I just thought I'd throw that out there. The youngest person knew that. The youngest person knew that. Just thought I'd say that. Okay, Nikki Giovanni. You're right. All right.
Question from the audience.
So I mean, there's people that are commenting all this. This is great. They all want to see who the panel is, but we're not going to show the panel, so I can answer that question for you all.
No,
we will not be showing the panel because we did not.
We did not show the ladies.
We did not show the ladies
Sorry.
on our last episode. So just to be fair, we changed the lady's name on the last show. We changed the gentleman's name on this show.
But send us those, info requests for these fine young gentlemen here.
Right. If
we'll
you're
hook you
interested in one of the gentlemen, then nah, I'm not doing it.
No matchmaker today. Sorry.
I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
But they'll see your post on here, so just post it.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
So how do you determine your intentions from that person?
Yeah, people were talking about.
I'm just giving you questions that are being asked.
Yeah, you were saying it. You had to determine what your intentions is. Like, is this just going to be a smash and pass kind of girl, or is this like I'm trying to build a relationship with this woman? How do you decide what your intentions are?
The intentions go from the interview. The same way that women interview men to see if you want to be protected or provided for, right? It's the same thing that men on the other foot know whether or not we want to protect you or provide for you, right?
Okay.
It's an ongoing process. Think of the first date as the interview and every date that follows as your internship.
The internship.
That's it.
So
That's
yeah.
it.
know about HR.
All of the
know a
same
little bit about
energy.
HR?
Yeah, we used to have an HR
We
person.
did.
All of the same
I don't know what
energies
happened to the
that
HR
women
person.
put forth into dating
We
men
did have
do
an
as
HR
well,
person.
right? And honestly, it's a matter of feeling, right? Like, of course, there's the smash, right? We've already talked about that. We've already went into that. And the thing that people forget is at all times we're trying to please each other.
Quick question, interjection. Are they all smash?
If you don't want to smash them, then you wouldn't be continuing with it,
Nice.
right?
Well,
You gonna marry somebody you can't smash?
That's Brian's perspective, and I like it. I like your perspective.
Gems.
I have to
Okay,
go.
Michael.
I have to answer that question. For me, my intention when I meet a young lady is always to evaluate, to determine, is this young woman someone that I would want to go the distance with? That's always my intention.
For everybody you meet?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
But
Man, that's
however,
rough.
not everyone that I meet has that same intention. So if my intention is looking for a life partner, but her intention is only looking for friends with benefits, I have to determine, is this something I want to enter into right now? Or do I want to say no, since that's not what I'm looking for, and move on? And I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I've never said yes to that.
Sure.
Because there are times where it's like, okay, if that's all you want and that's what we have, that's what we have. But I am going to continue meeting other women looking for my life partner.
but are you letting them know that as well?
I let every woman know when I meet them that they are not the only woman I am seeing. And the details of the interaction with the other women, I don't disclose that because I don't feel like it's their business. But I do let them know I am dating and seeing other women. I make that known up front.
That was Michael, ladies, that made that point. So just in case y'all like, hey, I'm cool with that poly-ish, Michael's available.
True that.
So I'm gonna go with another question from the audience here, from the peanut gallery out there. Why are you guys still single in Atlanta? Atlanta has a lot of eligible women right now.
But they also said give your single expectations. So we're gonna give you a chance, each one of you, to give your
Please.
And what I'm going to interpret that to be is what are your single expectations in order to make them the one? Meaning, you're single, you're dating. What does one have to do to become the one for you not to date others? Or is
You're gonna make it exclusive at some point. How do you make it? How do they get the secret to make it exclusive?
did you hear what he said? He said, what?
Believe me, I heard it. That dude, I heard.
Oh, I'm not gonna say who said that.
Well,
Go ahead, Paul.
My-
Start with Paul here.
My answer is very. It's an individual thing for me. I am single. I'm self-inflicted single,
Self-inflicted.
and I'll tell you why.
Honestly,
Have you ever like this drink right now? This drink has ice in it that tastes like bourbon.
Yes.
Like if you have a drink and it's got ice and it tastes like bourbon and you put water in it, it's messed up. So I don't want to put. I have to. You know what? I ain't making no sense. But
I didn't want to say that, but
this
you know,
analogy
I did.
had me all fucked
I
up
can't-
just now. I'm sitting here like,
The ice
I don't
tastes
wanna
like
put-
bourbon. Okay.
The short answer is I don't want to bring old stuff into new situations.
Okay.
You can't put old stuff. I can't
So are you-
start.
so are
I
you
can't
saying
start
that you
something
haven't-
new.
you haven't
Forget that
dealt with
whole
the old
ice
shit?
analogy I was trying to make. But you cannot. Yeah, that too. It's not. it's. I don't want to take old feelings and old situations and old bags to use that cliche term.
So you haven't dealt with the old stuff yet. Is that what you're?
There's things that people need to take care of individually before they start to try and start something with somebody, because the last thing you want to do is to start a situation with someone and still have either feelings or have situations or have or have internal things with
You don't
yourself.
want them to have to carry your old baggage. Is that?
Well, not
is
even
it?
that. You got to fix yourself before you get with somebody. Internalize your situation, fix yourself.
You don't want to be crazy.
Well, and then what happens is when you do that, and then you get into that situation, you're like, oh, well, you hung up on somebody, or he's doing this or that. Fix yourself, clean yourself up, and then date.
So you still cleaning yourself up? Is that what y'all hear?
If I get this bourbon out of me, I could have got that out so much cleaner.
I love it. I love it.
I had a thought in my head, and then the bourbon was like, you don't want to say that.
Thanks, Paul. I'm going to go over to Brian, because Brian has something else to say.
The bourbon's not leaving, Paul. The bourbon is here for you. The bourbon has never let you down.
Wait, I'm just going to tell you, Paul. Everybody is like, what the fuck? Hey, look, everybody is like, he's had too much to drink.
I got to my point. It was the long
But
way
without
around.
the bourbon.
I to the fans.
Apparently, ice is
so.
frozen water.
Oh, goodness.
To the
Yes, that's what it
fans of the
says.
MegaQuian
Yes.
say, I fucked that
Some
up.
people
I'm
have
so
said,
sorry.
what the hell,
It's all right.
Paul?
What the hell is Paul on? Paul is on bourbon. Brian?
Thank you,
Paul.
Somebody said, bring it home, Paul. Bring it home.
Brian, please tell us why you're single today. Or why you choose to be single. I don't know.
So,
This is hilarious.
so Brian is not single by choice. Let's be real clear about that. Brian is not single by choice. Everybody's, saying, oh, Atlanta, right? They talk about the ratio. They talk about how many available women there are. Blah, 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 wiggity, wiggity. Don't matter, right? At the end of the day, I'm searching for my one. And if I have not found my one, then I'm single.
But that was the question. What is it within someone to make them the one? See?
And see, that's just it, right? It's too many people out here trying to be someone for someone else.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you finish. Then I'm a.
It's all good. It's all good.
Let you finish.
I believe that the one for me is herself, right? I don't want you to change who you are.
Skirt. Cutting you off.
I already
Tell you why
Come
I'm
on
cutting
in.
you off.
Come on in.
You're contradicting yourself.
Come on.
You just said, how can someone be themselves, but you're giving them your representative?
No, understand the representative is me. So let's be clear about it.
No. There's a difference. There is a difference. 100%.
All right.
I will have to say a representative and the person that you truly are is two totally different people. I'm gonna tell you why. Paul said that I can't just say what that mouth do. That's the real him that's thinking what that mouth do. But I can't say that. So that's my representative stepping in is like, nah, motherfucker, you can't say that shit on the first date. I can say it
first date,
in week 4 or 5, but maybe not the first date. I need to find out who it is. Now, a person that's being themselves.
Takes you that long? I just want to know.
Well, it depends on who the person is. It depends on. Fuck you. I'm being serious here. You cracking
but
jokes.
to address that, right? So maybe I need to be clear about the way that I look at a representative, right?
Okay.
Let's see. It's certain things that you get that you only get through development. Right?
Okay.
It's certain things that come in a relationship, right? You never get past that gray area until the relationship is there. Right? For example, you're not gonna overnight meet some woman and on the first date call her sugar, honey, whatever, right? Sweetie pie. You're not gonna do it, right? But through your experiences, through dating, right? The road changes. She becomes your sugar, honey, sweetie pie. Right?
True.
Now, your representative is not gonna call her sugar, honey, or sweetie pie. The same way that your representative will not say what that mouth do. But after you establish the relationship and you understand that she can receive this language, this love language, this energy, these words as they're intended, then you can say what that mouth do, and she gonna say, you know.
Okay.
So there we good.
I'm cutting Brian
There
off.
we good.
I appreciate that. Thank you. It means a lot.
You know what?
I'm going back over to James over here.
Yeah, because this side is quiet over
Yeah,
here.
I need James to chime in. Let me know why you single, bro.
Well, let's see here.
I just want y'all to know his voice is not being altered.
This is comedic relief. I promise you.
Well, first of all, I think it's a falsity, the whole ratio and quantity thing here in Atlanta. I just don't buy into it. So
You don't buy into the census data.
No, I just don't, because I mean, you can take, okay, say if they want to say it's 20 to 1 or 12 to 1 or whatever the numbers are today and tomorrow, because they switch. If you break it down into quality, and women that are actually looking for something, looking for the same thing that you're looking for.
That's not what the census is about. The census,
They don't know that. They don't
No,
ask
I
that
know,
question.
I'm not
The
saying the
census-
census. No, the question was, why are we single with the number of single women in Atlanta?
Okay, I got you.
And
Okay.
and the thing
That
is,
totally makes sense now.
just because there are, again, 20 to
1,
1, whatever
sure.
the number is, when I'm saying census, I'm not talking about the actual national real census.
Yeah.
I'm talking about what people
Tell you every day.
hypothesize.
What folks in Atlanta lie about.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Say what the numbers are.
Because we lie in Atlanta.
Exactly.
Know.
On a regular.
Don't ask for directions here, because you're not gonna get there.
So I'm just saying, like I said, I just don't buy into that. And then I guess for me, the reality is, I'm looking for my twin flame. And to date, I mean, I found that in one person. And finding that, again, that's something that's rare that you come across. People say twin flame, soulmate, whatever your definitions are or whatever and stuff like that.
you messed up, right, James?
Where did I mess up?
I'll tell you where you messed up.
Where?
Because now I'm gonna ask the question.
Go ahead.
Oh, I
If
love
that
this.
was your soulmate, what the hell happened?
Oh, Lord, you don't have that much time on this show, brother.
Well, you can sum it up. You can sum it up, because my thing is, when you find that soulmate, right? Like you just said, you don't find them often,
Right.
So when you do find it, don't get me wrong, we've all found that one person and we lost them, but you're 50. So that lets me know that you dated
More than once.
more than once and several. And I'm pretty sure you may have found one, maybe 2 or 3 that you was like, damn, I let that one slip away. So at what point do you be like, let me stop letting these
Women.
beautiful queens, whatever I just said that for all the people that like to be like, oh, my king, my queen. But anyway,
I don't trust you when you say it.
yeah, exactly. I'd be scared. Anyway, so at what point do you be like, you know what? I'm not going to miss out on the next one.
Well, but see, the thing you got to understand, at least for me, is that, I mean, and like you said, yeah, you somebody, I'm not going to say I've met 2 or 3, because if I had met 2 or 3, I wouldn't be single. So everybody doesn't fall into that criteria. And you can be at a different, at the point in my life where I met this person, I wasn't ready to receive that person. So, and that's the thing that you got to realize and acknowledge within yourself.
That's a very factual point.
So
Okay.
we all go through growth. Like I think another individual was saying, I think it was Paul was saying about, getting over certain baggage. Maturing, maturing or whatever and stuff like that. Sometimes you can meet the person maybe that's for you, but it's not the right time.
Okay.
You know what? You're 100% correct.
Timing.
Timing is everything, because I said that on the last show.
Right.
Like I
You might meet the love of your life, but you ain't ready to receive him.
right. You ask for things, but you're not personally ready, and I can contest to that. I've been that person
Going
to
through
say,
some things.
Brian wasn't ready till now.
Brian is now ready, he says. Brian is now
Hey,
ready.
just to let you know, a few people have said, "Hey, Brian," just to let you know.
At least 1 or 2.
Hey, y'all.
But let's get our last panelist to chime in
Yes.
on why he's single, and then we're gonna go and ask a few other questions, and then we're gonna end this.
Hilarious.
Michael, please let us know why you're single in Atlanta.
For me, it comes down to, in my perspective, what I think my issue is or issues. I tend to move slow when I meet someone because I want to take the time to get to know that person. The reason I say that's one of them is I've been told by a few different women, you move too slow. And there's a part of me that's okay with that. But there is a part of me that has tried to move a little faster. But what I've determined is when I move faster, things tend to go wrong sooner.
So you like to draw it out. Is that my understanding? If
Yeah.
it's gonna go bad, it's gonna go bad, probably. I'm just saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm just. We're not sponsored by Mitchers, but this is some good bourbon. Just in case y'all didn't know, Mitchers. Just in case. Wait,
My
hold on.
sisters like Mitchers.
Mitchers. A lot of people like Mitchers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just thought if you want to have a good bourbon. Okay, back to what you're saying. Sorry.
The
But
other
Mitchers, you can
thing
give us some
that I
money.
think is that comes up as an issue for me is interests that I have aren't always shared by a lot of the women that I meet. Because growing up in Atlanta as a black kid on the south side of town, being a nerd and into nerdy stuff wasn't real popular back then. Again, I'm a nerd, so I'm into anime, science fiction, like hardcore science fiction, things of that nature. As I've gotten older, I'm meeting more women who are into some of the same things that I am. Unfortunately, a lot of them are younger and not always in the dating range that I would see for myself. And the ones that are my age tend to not be single. So that kind of counts them out.
Dating range. That's a very good
I like this.
question.
Yes.
Very good question. So
We'll start back over from Michael because he
Let's
was
start with
talking.
Michael. we
What's
know
your
that
age range?
James already said that he was 50. So you don't have to share your age, but just curious. What's your age range?
So I'm 42. I don't mind sharing my age.
Okay.
I'm 42. Usually my dating range is 10 years up, 10 years down. I have met
32 to 52.
yes, 32 to 52.
That
I
is
have-
a broad spectrum.
yeah. 10
Okay.
years up, 10
That's how
years
we
down.
do it.
Yeah. I have met a couple
young
of young
girls, don't
women
you?
who wait, what did you say? Steve? I'm sorry, I didn't remember. Did you say
It's
Megan?
okay, R. Kelly. Sorry.
You like
Wow.
He said you like those young.
That's just wrong.
You wrong for that.
I am wrong. I do.
That's just
I'm a
wrong,
freaking jerk.
man.
Absolutely.
Okay, continue.
Keep going.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, but no. So my age range is 10 years up, 10 years down. I have occasionally met a 30-year-old who was kind of like their head was on straight, and you could tell they were like moving in the right direction, but they weren't looking to settle down. And I am looking to settle down with someone, and have my life partner.
Okay. James.
Well, I try to stick 40 plus, only because you want to try to have someone to meet for me that has shared experiences. We need to have some relatability in life and be able to talk about certain things, be it having been married before, having kids, things like that. So I'd say 40 plus is my preferred range.
Okay.
Okay. Paul.
60, 70.
Hell no.
Okay.
Hey, you said 40 plus. That's
Just making sure
40
we
plus.
understand.
Paul.
Range.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Half your age plus 7 is the rule for younger.
How old are you?
I am 47.
47.
Half your age
Half
plus
your
7.
age plus 7. So
That
we're talking about
biblical?
like 29.
I got that from a movie. I can't remember which one, but it makes sense to me.
Oh, we
I
using
remember.
movie references to
love
date? Oh my
But
goodness.
it made sense though. It made sense.
I ain't mad at that. That's
Yeah.
good. Actually, I think Farrakhan said that one time too. So it must be kind of biblical. Just saying.
Google that because I think
Farrakhan, what?
I think I saw it in Malcolm X. I think
What's
that's where I
it-
heard it. Just saying.
this is what I deal with people. Farrakhan said half your age plus 7. Now, if he's correct, I will apologize, but for right now, I
Y'all
call
need to bet on
bullshit.
this right now.
Okay. Brian.
Usually from about 30 to 45.
How old are you?
I'm 40.
40, 30. Wow. I guess the funny thing is, I'm
Somebody
the
look
young.
that up for me. I'm just saying. Farrakhan and his dating range, what he said. I need somebody to look that up. I can't look it up right here.
No. I'll talk. You look it up. I need. Forget that. I need to find. I need to see where you got this from. Anyway, that's. I guess for me, that's. I don't know. I always dated up. I've never really dated my age or younger. 39. Yes, I am. I'm the youngest one here. So yeah.
Happy birthday.
Screw you. I always dated up, and that's because I hung out with my uncle. My uncle is 9 years older than me, So I hung out with him once my dad passed away. So I had to pretend like I was older. I'm like, hey, you know, I actually lied about my age for the longest. Probably until about 8 years ago. You know, seriously. Like, literally, I'm supposed to be 43 right now. 4 years up. I've lied about my age all my life. Ask my mother. So, yeah, my mom's outed me a lot of times in front of people. Like, that ain't how old you are, but whatever. Did you find it yet, Steve?
I did, actually. It's going to take some looking back. There's a whole, you can Google half your age plus 7, and that is a whole Google term.
No. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the Farrakhan statement.
I will find that. Don't worry.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, cool. You know, I'm going to leave it alone for now. It's the shit I go through.
I'll have to post a link after our podcast. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I got y'all.
please.
Brian wants no problem with the nation.
Please. At all. That's what I'm saying. I don't want no problem. That's why you need to find it.
We can't keep this thing going forever. So I just want to make sure I get
Your points?
Yeah. So one of the points I did notate earlier was somebody said, I think it was Paul, make your intentions known. And so when is it that you make your intentions known to a prospective woman you are dating? Brian?
Day one.
Day one.
Right? Because they always ask.
No,
what are your intentions?
No, you're lying.
Is that what you?
lying.
Is that what you
Lying.
tell
That's
us?
a lie. That's a lie.
Okay, so ever since the
That's
little
a
Steve
lie.
Harvey book and everything else, right?
No, I'm
Everybody
telling you why
comes to
you're
the table.
lying.
Come on, give
Listen,
it to me.
I'm gonna tell you why you're
Come on,
lying.
give it
Let me let Brian talk his story
No,
first.
he can't because I'm gonna call
Come on.
bullshit.
All right.
I'm calling
Sorry.
bullshit. I'm gonna tell you why I'm calling bullshit.
This man.
You can't be 100% when you're giving your representative.
See, again, that's only simply because we disagree on what the representative is or what he represents.
No, that's not true. So you're telling me that the person that they see on day one does not switch on day 120?
It is not. It's one and the same. And I can only speak for myself,
Okay.
right? Not speaking for business.
Everybody.
Not speaking for Mega.
Do you go
everybody
to
has
the
a
bathroom in front of your lady in the first date?
It's a good question.
I'm just saying.
Answer it. Shit.
'Cause that's
No.
You're saying I put a representative up. That's
That's
a
a good point.
representative.
Yeah.
Like you don't do that. You don't
That's
fart
right.
in front of her, right?
That's right.
But you do
Yeah.
it on day 90 or day 6 months later.
144. It doesn't
Right.
matter, whatever day it is, but you eventually do it.
So once
a later
again,
date, yeah.
you do not. I don't care who it is. I'm
I
call
agree with
bullshit.
you.
I'm
I agree with
gonna
you.
include myself.
That's
No
cool.
one gives 100% of themselves up front because people claim they want the truth, but people cannot handle the
But
truth.
that's
or
why
want
there's
the
always
truth.
the representative.
No one wants the truth up front, right?
So when
People-
we go use the restroom, right? Do you leave the door open or you just happen to leave it open?
Who, me?
Yeah, just in general.
Oh shit, that motherfucker's wide open.
But at what point did you not shut the door behind yourself?
Day one.
Day one.
Don't believe me? Look over to your right. She'll tell you. Day one. Fuck that.
That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. But you know what? That's the difference. Apples and oranges.
Wait, hold on.
That's the
Steve got
difference.
something.
I gotta interject.
What you got, man?
My live fans have definitely helped me out. It was okay. So I may have heard it through Farrakhan, but
Okay.
it was originally taught by Elijah Muhammad, right?
Oh, okay.
Who created the Nation of Islam?
Oh wow.
Who said?
Who was the
right,
wo-
I probably saw it in
Hold on,
Malcolm
hold
X.
on. The womanizer?
The woman.
Oh, okay.
You don't want that part.
I'm
Hey,
just saying.
it was him being a womanizer was spoke in the same movie in which this references from Malcolm X. So
Either way, half your age plus 7. There
at
you
the
go.
end of the day, if anyone feels offended,
Appreciate my sisters for hacking that out for me.
if anyone feels offended,
So-
check Spike Lee because he
Hey,
wrote the damn movie,
that
and I'm
part.
just going by what he said.
Absolutely.
Since we talking about half plus 7,
Yeah.
they also said that he was a womanizer. So it ain't me that's speaking. Once again, the views in the comments on this show are not those of the MegaQuian show.
That's right.
See how I got out of that?
You
Can't
did.
get sued by that. See what I'm saying?
Well played.
Yeah.
Well played.
You don't want no
Spike
Farrakhan problem.
Lee wrote Malcolm X. You got yours from Malcolm X. I got mine from Malcolm X. There we go.
Thank you,
right.
Google.
So
Ooh, that was
I
close.
guess to touch on it, but leave it alone at the same time. I get exactly what you're saying, right? Is that some people want to be, some people believe in being fully transparent about everything there is up front.
There's no such thing though.
You should
Right?
never do
But that's
that.
but that's
never do that.
Isn't that what the representative is?
Yes. Yeah. I'm not. So let me explain this. I'm not saying that you're wrong.
No, of course.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. We all give a representative of some sort, right?
Yeah.
We may give 75% of the truth, but there's just some things about you that you decide to hold back. You're like, you know what?
I don't need to tell her
I
about
don't
my
need to-
hemorrhoids.
Not necessarily deceptive.
Just saying, you don't need
Not
to know
necessarily
that today.
deceptive,
Out of
but
all things,
you're holding it
hemorrhoids.
back. Understood.
Hemorrhoids. Only Steve.
I'll be real with it.
So yes, I agree with you. Yes, at some point, at some form, shape, fashion, there is a representative up front. And then as you date and get to know a person, it's like an onion.
Gotcha.
Eventually, you start peeling back layers. And
Gotcha.
then you like, okay, well, this is me. I'm this onion, right? And I have a whole bunch of issues. And, you may say I have a whole bunch of issues, but you don't tell all the issues. You might cut it back. Uh-oh. Michael looking at me like, nigga, no.
No. I have a question about the representative.
Uh-oh. Go ahead.
So, is this a form of the representative if it's not that if there are just certain things you aren't as comfortable doing in front of a person on day 1 versus day 155, as that comfort level increases, are we saying that's getting rid of the representative?
For some people, yes.
It is. I agree.
Just to let you know, someone said nerds are the best. Anyway,
Hey.
I'm going to continue.
Slash target twice.
My bad. Somebody said we pronounce Mictors wrong. It's Mictors. M-I-C-K-T-E-R-S. Like,
What did I say?
I don't know. But it's okay. I just want to make sure we
I'll
put
tell you,
out that right.
English
I
professionals
will be
out
going
there.
back looking through the chat to see who said that.
Hey.
I bet you will. I bet you will.
Okay. I need my buddy James out here.
Somebody said,
When is it that you make your intentions known?
somebody said turn Steve volume down because you too damn loud. I don't know which one is yours because I didn't check today. But I do know which one is yours. No, you're fine. I just turned you down. That's all.
My bad.
Somebody said you're too loud. All right, I fixed it. So he should be a little bit.
Don't want to be too loud for you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead, James, please.
I think as far as your intentions, I think you should let them be known up front. When I'm in conversations with somebody, the ultimate goal for me, at least, is a relationship.
Every single time?
I mean, the ultimate goal, yeah.
Every single time. Every woman you meet.
Yeah, she's going to. She may dictate whether or not
Sure.
it goes that way.
I just want to make sure that
Yeah.
you are only dating with a purpose. That's your only
Yeah,
intent.
I'm too old to be trying to smash and dash. I
Okay.
mean, that's not the intent. Now, I'm not gonna lie and say it hasn't happened, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's all been on me,
Okay.
because it has happened.
Yeah.
So, because there are plenty of women out here that they want to smash and dash,
Yes.
and they're happy to do that. So yeah, I try to make my intentions known from jump.
Okay. Who did Paul, did you speak? Paul, I can't remember. Did we?
I did.
Okay. We got Paul. Did we get Michael? You good? When you met your intentions known?
I believe in letting my intentions be known as soon as possible. As the conversation flows in the direction of what each of us are looking for, that's when I will make that known. It might be the first date or it might be the second or third. Just kind of depends on where the conversation goes. I'm not a big fan of just arbitrarily, this is what I'm looking for.
Okay. Biggs.
No. We ain't got nothing to say about this.
I know. I just want to say, we've had a conversation today.
That's what you want to talk about. Okay.
We've had a conversation today with all these gentlemen.
Gotcha. You're
And,
right.
so first, let me check in with everybody. Anybody got something they really want to add to this conversation tonight? Anybody?
I know I need to add something real quick. Next week, we got to get better chairs because this shit hurts.
Okay. We got to get the comfy chair.
Yeah, we got to get the comfy chairs next
Gotcha.
week. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Jennifer. My bad.
We might not have any studio guests next week, so we can have the comfy chairs.
Gotcha.
There you go. But that means you and I got to talk the whole time.
That's fine. That's going to be funny. because we get to talk about the ladies, the gentlemen, and then we can actually talk about our viewpoints about each.
Absolutely.
So I think that, hey man, hey,
Don't
Brian,
make that noise.
stop dropping stuff on the table.
I think my buddy Michael wanted to have something to say over there.
The only thing I want to add as far as dating in Atlanta, and this may be a bit of a cliche, but I honestly do believe it. It's really what you make of it. How much effort do you want to put into it? In my opinion, will somewhat dictate what you get out of it. Because of course you can't decide what other people are going to do.
It's true. You're right.
Someone asked the question,
Okay.
pick me women. Someone made that.
Okay.
Me,
I
boss.
got
Me.
You're not in this. No. Oh, okay. There
No, I
you
was
go.
just saying.
Okay.
Give an example.
Gotcha.
To pick me women.
Gotcha.
They
Brian.
want to be seen, right?
At the end of the day, right? Anyone, man or woman, has to do is be the best version of themselves as possible. And we're not talking about an act. We're not talking about a representative being your best version of you possible, right? I'm saying strengthen your core, right? Strengthen your emotions, strengthen your spirituality, right? Make sure that you're earning everything that you can earn. Make sure that you're giving freely, right? And either someone is for you or they're not. I mean, earlier we were talking about timing and everything else. If you'd asked me these same questions 10 years ago, wasn't ready. Wouldn't have made no difference, right? You could put her right in front of me. Adam, here's your Eve. Don't mean shit.
You would have rejected her.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right? Wasn't ready to receive it.
I understand.
Now here I am at a different point, right? Where I can hopefully recognize her as soon as she's coming in the door. Hopefully. Right? But if not, I'm prepared to invest a reasonable amount of time into understanding whether or not this person is for me.
Can I just add a comment to that?
Sure.
I just want to say.
Hey.
I think so. What you're saying is you weren't ready to receive them, probably because you didn't know who you were back then,
Absolutely.
right? Okay.
It was funny because I was going to say that. You know,
Absolutely.
We gotta
it's
know
hard.
ourselves.
It's hard for us to look for something when we're unsure about who we are.
Absolutely.
It took me a long time, and I said this on the last show. It took me a long time to really accept me for me. And with accepting yourself, you can honestly be. You don't have to worry about your representative anymore because you're like, you know what? I'm me. I'm gonna find someone that loves me for me, and if it don't work, it don't work.
You
But the
became
hard,
comfortable in your own skin, right?
But the hardest part is accepting yourself.
Yeah.
In order to accept yourself, you have to be. I mean, you got to play cards with the cards face up, and that's damning. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, here's my flaws. Here's my.
Everybody.
You know
sees
what? I don't have any spades.
Yeah.
You know.
Throw the whole deck in.
Everybody throw it in. And if you're not sure, it's so many voices out there. If you're not sure, there's so many voices out there that will tell you what you're supposed to be. If you're not sure what you are,
Yes.
then you gonna fall for all that. It's like, well, this is what this voice on social media told me what a man should be, and I don't look like that. So let me change into something that I'm not.
All the cults will grab you then.
Preach.
So
Steve Harvey, How to Be a Man,
It's so
and
many
that.
voices. You know, Steve Harvey out there, and you know, Derek
Can
Jackson
we?
out there.
So
and
I will say this:
all-
we cannot talk about Steve Harvey. I have a personal issue with that.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you
We
why.
will not
Oh,
talk
Steve
about
Harvey. Sorry.
No. I'm gonna tell you why. Steve Harvey wrote this marvelous book about whatever it's called. I can't even think of it. Google his wife.
Okay.
Google Marjorie.
Yeah. You won't Google
Not
her. It's
not
okay.
the fact
I know
that
what you mean.
not the fact that he cheated on his first wife with her, but Google her and her story about who she is.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna say.
And what I will say in defense of that, I'm not saying Stevie Harvey one way or the other. What I am saying is that he is a voice that's out there saying this, and then there's another voice out there that's saying this, and there's another person. There's a lot of voices, and if you're not sure who you are, you will fall victim into falling into the lane
Amen.
that you're not even meant to be in.
Yep.
So that goes both ways. Because you gotta let you
That's
just
how
have
pimps become so popular.
yeah, and if you don't know who you are, you're making yourself susceptible to places you're not supposed to be, man.
Paul, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at my co-host here who turned the whole conversation into pimps up, hoes down.
Real quick, like,
Let me tell you, like I said, if these women don't know who they are, they looking for somebody who will accept them for whatever they want to be.
You know what? Hey, listen, guys. There's been on and off about 30 people. 30. We'll find out the real numbers later. But we want to say thank y'all for tuning in.
Appreciate it.
To the MegaQuian show. This has been the men's edition of Dating in Atlanta.
Please give us suggestions on what you would like to hear about. Because we literally, our topics are any conversation that me and the Corn have.
Yeah, I mean, it's what we think about for the week and be like,
Which
hey.
is really off the wall. I promise you that.
That's why we have a YouTube page now, because we're going to have a lot of after dark conversations. And it's going to have to happen. So, gentlemen, do you have any closing remarks before we end this beautiful live feed? Do anybody want to, I'm not going to say that. Do anybody want to,
Just looking at the comments, yo. Why you say fuck Steve Harvey though?
I'm telling you, everybody feels that way about him. You see the comments. Yeah.
Hey, I feel you. It's all good. Go ahead, Brian.
I simply want to say this, right? Is that love is on nobody's schedule. You don't know when you're going to get it, right? All you can do is be prepared to give it.
Okay.
And as long as you're giving it, then you're doing the best you can, right? As long as your heart is open to give it, right? Like legit, all BS aside, right? That's what it's like. You can't have it without it, right? If you're not open to giving that affection, giving that love that you want,
Amen.
right? It won't happen.
Amen.
Right. So at the end of the day, wherever you are, whatever you're doing.
Amen.
Well, I can't say a woman.
No. You're good,
About
y'all.
men today.
I just want to make sure that's what I heard. That's it.
Yeah.
That's that. Okay.
Keep an open mind.
You
Keep
didn't
an
know I
open
love
heart.
the Lord. I do.
Hallelujah.
I'm a heathen, but I love the Lord.
Paul, closing remarks.
I apologize first for being on that bourbon, and
We're gonna get Paul a little bit more bourbon.
Paul is on that bourbon.
He's gonna be on that bourbon later.
I'm on
today.
that bourbon later. Yeah, I write better than I talk, but yeah, I have to piggyback on him. It's you never know when it is that you'll find that person that is for you. So when that time comes, be prepared for it. Be the best version of yourself, and that's kind of what I was getting at. I'm just trying to be the best version of me, so that when that person, when that time, when that opportunity comes, then I'll be in a better place than I was, when I found it the first time and fucked it up. So that's basically what I was trying to get at, and I appreciate you guys. This is a good show. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you for joining us, James. Please.
Well, I just want to say, I think I think something we need to realize as black men and black women is that there's been for centuries a concerted effort to try to separate us. What's wrong?
Sorry, I'm not laughing at shit.
Why are you cutting me off there, brother?
Somebody asked, who's driving Paul?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. That was rude as hell.
Yeah, that's funny.
But that popped up, and I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Paul, please.
I'm cutting my mic off. I'm sorry.
Black men and women, yes.
And the things you see on social media, we're always sniping at each other back and forth. And I think honestly and truly, we just need to, start having some more open and honest conversations with each other, understanding where we're coming from, and not buy into, the propaganda and the bullshit that they're putting out there. Because at the end of the day, we need each other, but they want us to think and believe that we don't. So I think until we get over that and we really start realizing that we do need each other and working on our relationships, and black love is it's a beautiful thing.
All right, Michael.
At the end of the day, as everyone has said, make sure you know who you are, have an idea of what you want, and just be good to one another.
Mr. Quan, any closing remarks from yourself?
Listen, again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the MegaQuian show. I'm not talking about this topic today. This is not our turn.
It's not our opportunity. I understand.
Yeah, that's the word, opportunity. So I would just want to thank everybody for logging into the MegaQuian show. Again, you can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Spotify,
Facebook.
YouTube,
all of it.
all of that. No, we don't have Twitter yet.
We'll get Twitter in a minute.
Yeah,
Don't
we'll
worry.
get it. But you can follow us on all those platforms. And the next show, we will actually kind of talk about the last 2 episodes. This episode, the lady episodes,
It'll
and
just
our
be me and
thoughts.
you.
It'll just be you and I.
It'll probably be shorter show, but we're gonna do it.
Oh, it's gonna be a lot shorter because I don't want the backlash.
That part.
I said what I needed to say, and I think I'm almost done with this topic because I'm not single, so I can't talk too much. Yeah,
I feel you.
did y'all hear that loud cough in the background? Yeah, I ain't single. I ain't single.
I just want to say I appreciate everybody for checking in with us tonight. Please keep checking out the MegaQuian show. We're gonna keep getting better every day.
We are. We got some new things. Hey, have
Let
y'all
us know
checked
what- any
out
topics you
our
want.
characters? What do y'all think about our characters? Our
right.
new logo and everything, you know?
We got a new
Steve and his
logo.
porn stash, as he like to call it.
I do. Hey,
You know
I
what?
got it. I'm rocking with it.
We are going to be done with this, and we
Thank y'all.
thank you all again.
Tune in again real soon. Thank you.
All right.